Hey, it's Dr. Brett here. I'm going to show you guys just a little bit about sitting. And the first thing I want to really talk about, honestly, is how we kind of define sitting. And most people think of sitting as a passive thing. Like, I'm going to sit my butt down on a chair, and that's how I sit. It's a passive thing that we do. When in all reality, sitting is an active thing. And that's the first thing. You got to kind of redefine a little bit of how we view sitting. And when I say active, it's something where you have to physically engage your body to sit properly. If we don't focus and you don't get intentional with how we sit, it's always going to fall the path of least resistance, which the majority of people that we see with back problems and things like that from sitting is because they don't do a damn thing to actually physically engage how their body works with it. So active sitting really comes back to the fact that no chair is going to fix your problem, first and foremost on that. Exercise, even outside of what it is you're doing at work, doesn't fix how you sit. You've got to actively engage your core while we do it. So my rule of thumb is this, is that on a chair, I want to be towards the front of it. I don't want to be to the back of it like this. If I'm to the back, I'm falling back into it. I'm settling into the path of least resistance here. So I want to be the forward part of it. I want to be tall through my chest. So if somebody tied a string to my sternum, they pulled me up, that's where I want to be here. It's going to be hard at first because you're not used to doing it, because you're passively sitting most of the time, so you're here. So actively sitting, I'm engaged, I'm tall through the torso. Secondly, with this, I'm engaging my lower core. So I'm not here with that, so I'm tall here, but I'm slightly tucking my pelvis under. So I'm flexing in the front here, just slightly turning that on, and I'm scooping my butt bone underneath to keep me stable through here. I'm strong through here now. That's active sitting in regards to that. I'm actually physically and consciously having to use certain things to be able to do it. The trick here is this: the more you do this actively, the easier it is to do this without having to think about it over time. You create a habit out of it. So again, think about active sitting. If you really want to work on improving some of this stuff as well too, get rid of the cushy, crappy chair at your office and pull out a folding chair, a hard surface chair, pull out a stool. Put yourself in something where you can't cheat. Even this with arms is cheating at the end of the day. I can lean here, I can lean here. I want something that I have to literally use my body to be able to do it. I'm not a big fan of the exercise balls to sit on because it's hard with the height, but similar idea. Put yourself on a flat bottom stool, no arms or no backrest on it, and force yourself to sit up. So active sitting, tall to the chest, turn this on through here, and keep yourself basically, like I said, square to what it is that you're doing with that. So give it a whirl.